All right, Fuji X100VI. I had to put it in manual focus. I got the UV filter on all by itself. It's at the golden hour. I'm a little bit late because messing with the settings, somehow the autofocusing is not working, so I had to put it in manual focus. Okay. I've been looking at the settings. I almost reset everything, and I says, you know what, let me try it this way. And I put it in manual focus, so you may not get any breathing, which is a good thing. I do have the hood and the UV filter on. Now, it is tracking vehicles, okay? But it looks dark. And what I may do is make sure that the exposure compensation is right. It's at F2. And I'm going to go a different route. But this is the sunset area. Still haven't done any pavement on this road, but it looks level now. The rocks are cleared. Most of them are cleared. Still got some on the curb. Now they are digging some stuff to the left of the ditch for drainage. Okay. They did put a sidewalk on, or a curb, so they may be doing that before they pave the road. Okay? Yeah, I see a curb there, but I don't see it here, so they got to make this. They got the curb to the left, and this is by Retama. This is on Retama Parkway by the racetrack in Selma, Texas. So you see, they got the curbs almost completed. The driveways, of course, they can't do the curbs, but they have to go around. So I think that's what the slowdown is they're doing the curbs before they pave the road. But I do see an improvement already. Now, this way. And the reason why I'm going this way is it's just a different way of seeing the sunset. Usually I go 1604, but it is a Sunday. I don't see anybody working, so I should have no problems with the highway. But I do see some lights, so I'm going to move to the left when I can. Yeah, I think those are for the barrels, yeah. So they may be waiting for a certain time to put it on. So at least they haven't closed this part off yet. Sort of, I was thinking of going to New Braunfels, but I said, no. I'm going to go to the river tomorrow and then the Pearl Brewery this week. I will be using quite a few cameras. I got the Big 4, the Canon R8, the Sony A9, the Nikon ZF, and the Panasonic S1 Mark II. So you can see the sunset. I got more sky, and I do have a UV filter on. Okay, and it looks dark. Now there is road work on 1604 also. It's everywhere now, and you can see that they're coming along with the upper well, they're not upper decks, but the extensions to the side. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to see if the UV filter kind of reduces light. And I put the hood back on because I could get it focused, but it looks dark, doesn't it? And I do have it in aperture priority. The sun is already set. It looks kind of dark. Never trust the LCD screen though. And this is what the test is for, is to see how it will perform with the UV filter off, and then I'll have it turned off, and I'll turn on the internal ND filter to see if it does anything. The internal one is turned off. It is focusing on vehicles, so even if I can't see it. Next 4 miles. Okay. 60 miles an hour. Probably. He's going about probably 70, which is the speed limit. But with all the construction, it should be 60, I believe. 60 or 55. I can't remember. It was 55 around the curve, but I have not seen a speed limit. See, he's going 70. You see? Yeah. Going 55 now. So it was 55. I thought it was 60. don't see anybody that's doing any road construction. I did see the 2 trucks with the barrels. The sun is set. They're getting the glow. About 1,000 miles, I'll get some new oil, change that out. I did rotate the tires, got new tire pressure sensor in there. They're all at 36. They're doing good. It was warm today, but now it's back down to 88 degrees. I think it did get up to 95. So I'm waiting for it to get dark. It's looking good, okay? Even with this UV filter on the lens hood, I'm looking for any flaring. But see, I see no lights on. I do see some on the left. And it's 60 miles an hour. Okay, slow down. And I'm at 55, 56. So it is at 60. Okay. And it's on the car to the left, which is white. You really can't tell on the LCD screen until you get it in post, but you can see the lights. And the camera's looking good. I usually use the ZV-1 Mark II. I've used other cameras with mirrorless lenses, especially on the full frame, so you get more light. But this is at 35 millimeters. This is a 40 megapixel camera. I think I will do another video. I don't know if it's going to be a car vlog, but I think it's going to be about the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo as a bead camera. There's some flaws with it, you can see, and I do have my lights on, but I'm trying to get every little bit of light on this. I turn off boost, and I can't remember what boost is. I think it's for the stabilization. I don't know. But that's off. This is going to be a long road trip, and I'm trying to debate if I should get my crappy Mocha now at that 60 miles an hour. So he's going to get off, okay? So he's slowing down. I'll let him. He's going about 59. Now you go at 45. I'll go to McDonald's, get my crappy mocha. And you see the lights are coming on now, and it's looking good. I don't see any flaring, but I'm not facing any headlights either. Okay. So turn right here. This curve. Looks like there's a little damage right there. But you see, it's perfect setting. Everything looks good. I do see some cars here. Yep, too much. But I will go down Evans Road. And I think I'll take the road to New Braunfels. See? Nobody here. So the sun is set. It's still the golden hour, but you'll see it getting darker. So now I'm looking at headlights for the flaring. I want to see separation of the headlights. I'm looking at the stoplights, and they're still looking good. But once it gets dark, then the flaring happens. But everything looks sharp, okay? So I'm not getting any focus breathing. I have a few guys resting. I don't know if they started running or they just stopped. But you see, the picture quality is good, and that's important to me. I do have it level, and everything's locking down good. So I'm looking at the lights. I did see some flaring right there, but I think he had his headlights on high beam. And I don't know what it is with people. They put on a high beam like this. That's too much, okay? I do like the new street signs where they light up in this area. So what I'll do is when I reach back to Lookout or to Nacogdoches and Evans, and I'm on Evans right now, I might put on the polarizer, okay? Since I have the focusing fixed. It's in manual focus mode, but that's okay. For some reason, it's not in autofocus, so I don't know what I did. And you see, the flaring's not bad. So if it gets dark and the headlights and the flaring is not that good, then I don't need the polarizer. This is good enough, just with the UV filter, okay? And the question was, did it get dark? Would it focus? So even when I took the UV filter off, it was just manual focus. So I did look at the settings on the camera, and it's on AFC. So I don't understand what's going on. I had to put it on the manual focus on the lens unless I had it in macro. So I did show a little bit on the macro, and I might not have changed it back, which I did now. So it's looking sharp. You can see the vehicles. They're not as dark. So what you want to look at is the flaring now. And let me move the lens one more time. Okay. See, that's farther away, and this is like 15, so 7 feet. You see, I'm trying to focus. So I'm going to go back to 30 millimeters, or like farthest I can. Okay? And for some reason, yeah, I went to another car. Okay, instead of the front, I went to the other car, which is in focus. If I brought it over here, see, it's not in focus. See, now it's in focus. So a lot of people didn't like the Fujis because of the autofocus problem. You just work with it. You can do a manual focus like I did and see if it works out. I believe the microphone jack is smaller than 3.5, so I'm doing the built-in speaker on the camera, but it's looking good. So I'm looking at the headlights. They're not too bad, okay? And it is focusing on vehicles. You know, I have a box around the vehicles. It recognizes what they are. This can recognize airplanes, trains, I think, and motorcycles. Human, of course, animals. I didn't check to see if it did birds. I think it's just human and animals, and then the different types of vehicles. Airplane, train, all that stuff. So I do see separation of the headlights that are coming toward me, but they are flaring, but it doesn't look too bad. Okay, the lights on the walls look pretty good. But by the time I get to Nacogdoches, I will know. And there's my favorite strip mall. Yeah, Dusty Canyon. They really made a nice entrance here. They added some more stoplights. So I'm liking the apartments and stuff over here. But I'd rather live in a house for the privacy and the neighbors and stuff like that. So what do you think? Is it sharp or is it not sharp? So I got this lens hood with the UV filter just to test it out. Since I found the regular 52 millimeter UV filters, this Heoji or Heoj, whatever it's called, may not work out, but I can't tell until I get it in the studio. So you see a little flaring, but it's not too bad, okay? But it's not completely dark either. So it still looks pretty good. I like driving in the golden hour because most people, the traffic is kind of stopped in a way, and yeah, it's looking good. I might just turn around and just go back on Evans Road. Yeah, I don't know what this guy is trying to do. He's driving real slow. There's the firehouse for Verde fire station. So it's looking pretty good. The sky is blue. Recording is excellent. It is getting darker. And I think there is a green light on. No, that's from my dash. The navigation part. Okay. I never noticed it before. So when I see reflections on the window, I'm wondering if they see the reflections. Maybe not. Maybe it's just me. I do have the tilty screen pointed down, where I can still see what's going on, but I don't want any reflection on the window to distract people. I do have the lights turned off at the front for the, the tally light, whatever, because I don't want a flashing red or another type of light that might distract drivers. You gotta think safety. This type of camera setup with different cameras have saved me from accidents with hitting deer and other animals, and people on bicycles, so they don't have their lights flashing, whatever, and they're wearing dark clothing. Now usually they, instead of going with the traffic, they're going with against the traffic. All right. I don't know why. When two opposing objects coming closer to each other, you have greater advantage of higher fatalities. If you're going the same directions, it's less. If you're going against each other, it's greater. So I don't know the thinking of it. On Lookout Road and on, I think, parts of Nacogdoches, they do have bicycle, but in Texas, unless it's a park or something, the way people drive, I don't know, I wouldn't chance it. So it is looking good, okay? The quality's looking good, and I'm still debating if I'm going to New Braunfels or not. Picture quality looks good, folks. 4K 30. It is getting darker. This guy is driving a little bit slow, but here's the Veterans Memorial High School, which is out for the summer. And the railroad track should be coming up shortly, and Evans Road. At the light, I will know if I'm going to change something, okay? Or if I will go to the polarizer. And here, railroad tracks are coming up. You see storage facilities to the left and right. I think there's storage facilities on the left. Maybe for something else. No. Yeah. So I'm looking at the headlights. They're looking good. Okay. But I think I'll go to my vets. And I have to wait. This guy drove too slow. And put on the filter. Yeah. Got the filter here. And you see, it turned green already, so we can do it here. Let's see how far they've come along with this construction on the road. They're building a bridge over the railroad tracks, okay? It's taking them forever to do the left-hand side. And I don't know if they're going to keep this part, okay? The lights still looks good, but I am going to put on that polarizer. Yeah, see, they got it all the way back here, and they've dug on the side for drainage, so they are going to expand the roads, okay? Off to the right and do it here. And I'm just going to pull in this area real quick. This is just a small museum place, but I'm going to put on the filter. Okay. Figure out which way to do it. Try not to touch the lens while I'm putting this thing on. Come on, turn. It's going on, I think. Yeah. Okay. So it's on. Polarizer is on, all right? So if I turn it, see it's darker right now, and it's lighter. Got it? Just a little twist. So it's on. So get back on the road. Let's see if this helps with the flaring. So if we look at the flaring, right? Make it a little bit darker. See, lighter, darker. Let's leave it there for now, okay? You gotta experiment with stuff. Kind of find out if it really works, what other people are saying. So you see, it's a lot darker. The sky, yes, I don't see any clouds, but let's see how it looks. Does it help with the flaring? polarizer, okay? So it's basically for reflections and stuff. I do see some clouds. But that's what I'm going to test. It's off and on. I'll just twist it a little bit. So it's real dark now, okay? And I see a fire truck. Oh, wow. And that's at an office, so, well, I don't know. Something happened. But you see, it's out of focus. Okay, so let me do focus on here. Yeah, it messed up the focusing. Ah. Alright. Let me go to the side. I gotta find the switch. But for some reason, the focusing is not working. Okay? This is a problem I had earlier. So I'm going to get off here since the focusing is off. Part of it is gone on the cement. Alright, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go right up here and we're going to focus. If it doesn't focus, then I'll take the polarizer off. So let me make it brighter. Let me put it on. Yeah, okay, now I'm focusing. I was hitting the wrong one. Okay? So now it's focused. Alright. And it was on manual. Okay? So I'm going to go back this way. Really, I don't know what they're redoing the driveway. It's very steep right here. Probably a lot of water runs off. Yeah. Now maybe making the left up here, going to New Braunfels. So you see, I don't know. Is it less flaring? I don't like the way the people were making the left turn. What do you think? You think it makes a difference? So it's not focus breathing. It's on manual focus. It says it's on manual, which is a good thing. There we go. Okay, so we still got a little daylight. Miles an hour. It should go up to 55, but I think after the first stoplight, it's still 50 miles an hour. And that's where the Bracken police officer or police, fire department, city official building, all in one area. It says it's 55, but I'm going to stay at 50. I like going this way is because of all the lights. Businesses are still kind of open in a way. It's not 10 o'clock. And there you go. So the city offices to the right. Oh, Garden Ridge. Okay, they're Garden Ridge, not Bracken. Bracken's by New Braunfels. And you see, he turned off his brights at the last moment. So see, this is what I'm looking at. Separation of the headlights, and if it's too much flaring. See? It's a lot of flaring, isn't it? But when they go away, the road looks clear. And you see, it's 50 miles an hour now. And they slowed down this road quite a bit. So it'll go from 50 to 55 to 60, I think. Off and on. And I might have it up higher than usual. No less road, but I like more sky. So the polarizer is on. And I can make it darker or lighter. I think I have it on the light part. I could be wrong. I can't remember. And it's now at 60 miles an hour. Until you get to the curve. Then it's back at 55. Something like that. So what do you think? Let's mess with it a little bit. Is it darker now? Or is it lighter? I'm making it lighter. I can't really tell the difference. Okay? Yeah, I'm going about 55 instead of 60 miles an hour. Because they'll go down to 55. And then when you get to the stoplight, when you go on 18, you see? He just turned on his brights. See if I turn on my brights after this car. See? And I turn it off. So there's still a lot of people here going home, driving on a Sunday night. And some people turn them off, some people leave them on. So the polarizer does make it look a lot darker than the UV, but does it look better? It's still sharp. right. It feels good. If I do the controls, I'll look at the tire pressure. See, it's right there. Tire monitor. Yep, 38, 37. So wherever it's hotter, you see it's 50 miles an hour around here. The engine is hotter at front, so the tires will go from 36 to 38, in the summertime. All right, and then of course it's cooler in the back, so it went from 36 to 37. But they're even now. So when I first started, they were all at 36, but with the heat from the road, and it's hot, folks. It's like almost summer. I think it is summer. You can see, at least it's not going to 39. All right. I do have 4 new sensors in. And you see 55 miles an hour. White balance looks different. It's supposed to be on auto white, but see, now it changed. Okay? So that's another thing I'm looking at. Right here is a restaurant I'm going to try out. It's the Vineyard. They have some pretty good seafood. Up here is the Cavern and the Wildlife Ranch. I want to already pass that first and then hit the Vineyard. But coming up is the stoplight. Yeah. At the bottom of the hill. Well, after another turn. But you see at the bottom of the hill is a stoplight, and I make a right. And actually it's just flashing red. But still, I like that included with the stop sign. And it is lit very well. So you see, white balance, I think, changed. Changed again with the headlights. That I am noticing. And if the headlights have a different color, I see that also. So I want to point that out. Now you're going to see some pretty lights from the homes. They're not white, they're kind of yellowish. And of course the brick wall on the left, which I love the best. They're all lit. They're all on, I think they're charged by solar on the left, but there is a switch to turn them on. So anyhow, some low points on this road, and I think it was like 8 feet wide. It was like a perfect rectangle where water was going over the road, and I slid. I was shocked. And it was about 6 inches. So I was hydroplaning. But it was only 8 feet long. So when you see the warning, I'll tell you about it. It hasn't rained. And it's going to be a hot summer. We may have hit 100 maybe twice, 3 times already. And then it cooled down with all the rain. But from, I would say, July, August, September, even into October, it's going to be dry. So I don't mind staying at 55 miles an hour because when you get toward, I think 46, it starts going to 45 miles an hour, 40. And it's, the police are there, okay? So they catch a lot of people on this road and on 46. So 40 miles an hour is much faster than walking 5 miles an hour without a vehicle. Wisdom, a little wisdom right there. My Frappy Mocha. I am not going to Buc-ee's to fill up because I'll come back out here tomorrow to look at the river, the Guadalupe. See, it's 55 miles an hour. And you see that flashing? So it's either deer or a school drop-off or a curve. It will say problems with water too. Yeah, right here. Okay. So right after this curve, as you get lower, that's where the water was going across. And you can see it's up to 5 feet, whatever. And unfortunately in the summertime you get a lot of bugs too, so you have to wash your car more. Yeah, right here. So it's usually dry, but these creeks take all the flood waters away, which makes all the difference to keep it from flooding. And I don't see many houses out here in this area. As you get toward 46, you will see more homes and a school. So what do you think of the flaring? Is it too bright? This is an APS-C camera, okay. Fuji does have an APS-C camera that can do 8K. I just wasn't interested in getting another different types of lenses and stuff with the cameras. I like point and shoots, easier to take with, but I just wanted to show you that the different white balance that's happening. So up here, you slow down, and then you just stay at 45 miles an hour. Yeah, you see, this is a restaurant right here, barbecue place. Sunday night, they're probably closed. I don't know, but the lights are on. So I stay at 45. I can't remember if it's 45 to 46 or it's 40. But at least I can slow down a little bit more. So most of the lamps on the side of the road are yellow, and I think it's affecting the auto white balance, or the white balance. And some headlights are different. Some are yellow and some are white. And you see, it's changing. The road is changing. So it looks a lot more white until I get to the next light. And if it's yellow, then it's going to turn yellow. See, there's no overheating. The camera's doing great. It's only a tilty screen. And it is 40 miles an hour. That's what I thought. And I'm going 39. So it's a football stadium to the left. They're doing construction at the buildings, on the pavement, whatever. So I do see a lot of cars there. So something was happening, either soccer or football. I don't know. I see a car with the trunk open. They're still working on the I don't know if that's a school, but anyway, they got some big mounds there. You see all this dirt, you don't see any work done, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're waiting for steamroller pavement. I don't know. Traffic. You can see it's 45 miles an hour now. So this is Texas 46. It does go over the Guadalupe if I kept going to I-35. But I like taking the 337 loop. Gets me home quicker. And I'm usually stopped at this light. So the flaring is not that bad. I've seen it better, okay? So this camera does perform better in the daytime. Okay. I think McDonald's should be coming up shortly. Yep, they sure did. They're still open. Yeah, they are.
Thank you for choosing McDonald's. Will you be using your mobile app?
No,
Please
sir.
have your code ready.
I'd like to have a large Frappy Mocha, please.
What can I get you?
A large Frappy Mocha, please.
A large mocha frappe?
Yes, please.
Anything else?
That's it, thank you.
Go ahead and pull forward. Thank you.
All right. So it changed from a guy to a gal. There we go. Hi.
You have the mocha frappe?
Yes, ma'am.
It is $5.19.
Okay.
Do I need your
Excellent.
receipt?
Yes, please. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. So as you can see, manual focus, you get no focus breathing, but let's look at the polarizer. See, I'm making it darker, right? I don't really see a difference. Do you, folks? Yeah. Yeah, it's getting darker. Put it like that. Thank you very much. See, this one is fast. I like it. So it's a little bit darker. Let's see what happens on the flaring on the way home. This guy's probably have to wait. I could drive through the open mall, but too many stops. And it's dark right here, so the lights are off for some reason. But it's okay. So let's see how the flaring is. It looks a lot better now by using the polarizer. And I probably had the camera not level like it is now. The road is dipping down to the right. I do see some separation on the headlights, but it didn't do much for the flaring. It is darker. And it is on manual focus, okay? I think, yep, make it right here. There's about 2 or 3 more stops if I went straight. But I take the loop. Now, there is one stoplight that I always hit. I've been lucky the last 2 times. And I've been recording. Looking waiting for it. 1 hour and 5 minutes. 6 minutes. Let's see if I make this light. I think the speed limit is 45 miles an hour on here also. And I made it. The traffic is really dead. I'm going to go in the right lane. And he put on his brights. Oh, it goes into one lane. Okay. Got it. I thought this was 2 lanes. So usually I'll just coast down. And it's still looking good. So see, I get pretty good gas mileage just by doing this, just by coasting. So it went from 24.4, now it's at 24.6. And you can see the road should have changed color. You can see more road now. It's 24.7. 24.7 miles per gallon is what I'm saying. It should reach about 24.8 by the time I'm done. And I haven't even touched the brakes or the accelerator. And I don't know if it's 45 miles an hour, okay? That's what I have it set to. But you'll see a McDonald's arch, and I think it's a Pilot gas station. And that tells me to turn right at the highway. Hit this stoplight also, but it's green. Okay, so it's going pretty good. Making good time. It's very smooth. At least the roads aren't bumpy and stuff. Okay. Now just go on the highway. Faster. I'll be going like 65 miles an hour. I think this lane might end also. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been on this road. See, it's still white. But once I hit a yellow light or something, it'll turn yellow on the road. So the white balance does change. Rita's at the Riverwalk. Just take the Fuji X path to the Riverwalk. This is on manual focus. Didn't want any focus breathing. It wouldn't autofocus when it was on autofocus, so I just put it on manual focus. That way, don't have to worry about it. Set it and forget it, is what I say. Okay, I'm going to get in this lane. Is this car on the right? Get on the highway and he's driving too slow. He has a tail light out. Yeah, I don't see any traffic at all, hardly. I wonder if the playoffs in basketball is happening right now. I've been watching less and less live and more on the replays, because then they just show the important stuff. I'm spending more time doing content to show off cameras, show people what they can do, show different sites, and I want to get more into that. Take more trips. Yeah, the guy always has the speed. So it's very smooth on the highway, which is a good thing. Video quality, or the picture quality looks okay. I'll find out when I see if there's a lot of noise or stuff like that. But I do have the polarizer on, and it's on dark. Manual focus, 4K 30. I think it's H.265 movie file. See, now look at this knucklehead right here in the right lane. Instead of getting in the left lane and turning, he did it in the right lane. This is how people get cut off when they want to exit the highway. Someone speeds up and they can't get out of the middle lane to get in the right lane. is slowing down quite a bit. Yeah, he's pulling another truck. I'll be darned. Okay. Usually you have the front wheels turned off or off the pavement, but okay, I think I do see some road construction. Stop traffic 2 miles. Okay. Looks like I'll be getting off shortly. And this will become one lane. Like right here. See, there's a police car. Okay, that's what was flashing. And we'll get off at Church Parkway. Evans is closed. And if it says 2 miles, and what that tells me is that my area that I want to turn off, you know, it just it's like a stop and go traffic. So I can take Church Parkway to Lookout Road and get home faster. Lights hardly stopped at all. So I hope you enjoy these type of car vlogs that I take. I test out cameras, see if they overheat, how the image quality is. This is an APS-C camera, point and shoot. Do have the polarizers on, one a UV filter and a polarizer also. Just want to see how it deals with different lighting situations. Most of these lights are purple, so they're changing out the yellow and the white lights into purple. So maybe it's better for, they still flare a lot, okay? And you can see it here and there. But it's not as bright as a yellow one or a white one. There's Raleigh Auto Parts. There's the Blue Bonnet Palace where do some dancing. There's Penske Rentals to the left. Trucks, other stuff. And then there's always a joker that has to go faster. But I am going 40 miles an hour. He's probably going 50, maybe 45. No, he's going 50. More and more apartments are being built on this road, but there are a lot of warehouses. racetrack, the lights are on. Horse racing. And it's almost 10 o'clock. So a lot of cars should be leaving if they had any horse racing. I didn't see many when I drove earlier at sunset. So I think they're going to have a horse racing shortly. You know, I don't follow any of that stuff anymore. When you were a kid, you follow all the sports actions. You do less and less on sports as you get older. I'm more worried about what's going on with Iran and Israel, and now the U.S., and of course Russia and Ukraine, and then you got North Korea and China, and oh boy, it just doesn't stop. Yeah, all the lights are on the racetrack. And of course the hospital to the left. So they put kind of like insulation on the outside. They haven't done any cementing though. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know. And didn't make it, but this is Retama Parkway. And the next stop, I'll be going home. So, let's try autofocusing. Move it up. Okay, that's manual focus. That's AFC. That's manual focus. Huh. Okay, I might have had the switch on wrong. That's AFC. Let's see if it focus breathes now. Okay. Still flares a lot. But what you want to look at is if it see any pulsating. I might make it, I might not. I might make it, but I doubt it. Yep, gotta let them go first. But there's only one car. That's good. So you can tell if it focuses on that can you read that? I don't know. Let's look at the cranes. Okay. I'm just going to drive around to see if it autofocuses. See if it sees any cars. It should pick them up, but I don't see anything. Yeah, now it's picking them up. Okay, good. To the right. I'm also going to check my mail. See if I got anything. Like my energy bill, and I've been running the air conditioner higher now. I paid only like $135 last month. Because I kept it high. So let's see if I can keep it the same amount. Be right back, folks. Nope. Oh well. And I've been doing like an hour and 27 minutes. And here's my street. And here's my house. So, thank you for tagging along. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I will see you next time. And let's take a look and see if it autofocuses now. Yeah, it's doing a better job. So, I don't know. And then, of course, if I put it in park, let's do the polarizer. Yeah, see? Brighter. Now I'm going to take it off. Ah, I can't, it fell right off. Okay? Now, I got the UV filter on. Okay? Let's try something else out. Let's turn off the, take off the lens hood with the UV filter. Yeah. So you see a difference? Now it's on manual focus. Okay, let's try these switches. Manual. Okay, that's manual. So I think A&M is automatic or manual on both of them. That's manual focus right there. All right. Enough of that. Everything's working good. Thank you for watching. And I shall see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.